Well, hello, Lorry. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. So nice to be here.
Yes, I'm really excited to have you. As I told you offline, I'm a huge fan of your channel and excited to dig right into it. So before we kind of jump into some of the other questions, how did you decide on the specific niche that you do on YouTube, and what inspired you to start a channel in the first place?
Yeah, so originally I was a fashion Instagram influencer, I guess you can say, for about 3 years. And I liked doing that. It was really expensive. I think that's something a lot of people don't talk about when they're first starting out in fashion on Instagram. I was buying a lot of clothes, paying a lot of photographers, and doing a ton of work for very little money. And I also felt like I wasn't really helping people. And I realized that was something I wanted to do, was help people, but I didn't know how I could do that. So at the time, I was just starting to be friends with another YouTuber. Risa does makeup, and she lives in Las Vegas. I live in Las Vegas. And I remember telling her that I'd love to do YouTube, but I don't do makeup very well. And she said, well, what will you do? Are you just going to be another like cute girl that does makeup? And I was like, no, I don't do makeup very well. And she asked me, she's like, what do you know a lot about? And I said, plastic surgery. I would love to talk about plastic surgery. And I remember she said, well, that's good, but you might get a lot of hate. And I remember thinking, why? Why would I get a lot of hate? That seems so silly to me, because who doesn't want to know more about plastic surgery? And so it was in the back of my mind to do that topic. So then I started the channel educating people on just basic plastic surgery and skin procedures. And that was going well. And I never meant for the channel to be a big channel. I didn't even think that would be possible. And one day, about 6 months in, I think it was around 6 months in, it might have been almost a year in, I was talking to one of my other friends, and we were talking about Bella Hadid. And I remember her saying, Bella is so beautiful. I mean, how can somebody be that beautiful? And I remember just offhand saying, she's very beautiful and she's had really good plastic surgery. And my friend literally had no idea that Bella had ever had any plastic surgery. And I thought she was kidding.
Yeah.
And my friend is like really smart. And I just started naming off procedures. I figured everybody knew and everybody could look at someone and see it. And so I remember how surprised she was. So I said, do you think a video about Bella Hadid's plastic surgery, possible procedures that she's had would do well? And she's like, yeah, I'd watch that video. So I made a video, my first ever celebrity analysis video of possible plastic surgeries that I thought Bella Hadid had to achieve the look that she has today. And so from there, that video, about a month to a month and a half later, that it seemed to go viral.
Yeah. How many views?
It started off with like 10,000 views a day. And for me, that was really good. That was like, I'm like, I think something's happening to my channel, but nobody really knew anything about videos going viral around me. So nobody could say if it was or not. The people I talked to were like, that's really good. But I don't remember how many views it got in the first month. Now it's my second highest viewed video.
Oh, wow. And so how many subscribers were you at the time of uploading that video? Or was that like your first video you uploaded?
It was the first celebrity analysis video I uploaded. So a month after I was monetized on YouTube, I just crossed the 1,000 subscriber threshold and the 4,000 hour watch time needed. And so I just got monetized in, I think it was late January. So a month later, that's when that video went viral. I think my highest month for subscribers was like 30,000. I have to look, but
yeah,
within that from February, that's when the video was uploaded till late July, I got to 100,000.
And that was in 2020?
Yeah.
Oh, so last year.
Yeah.
Yeah. So 2020 was your big year for YouTube.
Yeah.
Got
Totally.
it. Okay. So then what happened at that point when that video went viral and you said, whoa, okay, there's a lot of people watching this. I'm getting more subscribers. Did you then decide, okay, I'm just going to do another celebrity analysis and then another?
If I remember correctly, the people who had watched the Bella video, I already had like another video after that they could watch too. But all these people were suggesting people, other celebrities. So as soon as I started seeing like large like groups of people asking for the same person, I just quickly did more and more and more. Like I think my family went to Disneyland and I stayed home because I remember I was like, I just need to like make another video because people want it. So
yeah,
make more and more and more, and people kept just asking, and it was good because I was able to just buckle down and do it. I had somebody watching my son. He was going to preschool, so I had help, so I could just focus in on making these videos.
Is your YouTube channel right now, is that your full-time job? Is that what you do full-time?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. So at that time, were you also doing YouTube full-time, or at what point did your YouTube channel become kind of your main thing that you're doing?
My YouTube channel was my main thing I was doing, but it wouldn't have like supported my family when I first started it. Say right now, something happened to like my husband, God forbid, or he couldn't work. Like right now, I could probably support our family.
Okay.
In the last 6 months, I really started noticing it around 7 months ago.
Yeah. So did you start your channel with the intention of it being more of like a side hobby, like a fun thing for some extra, fun money, or just for fun?
Yeah. Like I wanted to actually show myself that I could make some money off of a hobby, but not necessarily like become like uber wealthy or something like that.
Yeah. And so I'm sure now, how many subscribers you have? 200?
Yeah.
200,000?
Yeah.
So it could be like a legitimate job.
Yeah, it can. It is. It is. And the one good thing I think about my channel is that people will go back and watch like my library because there's celebrities they're interested in. So it's almost evergreen in a sense from that. So that keeps it kind of going when I haven't had a new video in a few weeks.
Well, have you ever had any of the celebrities that you've talked about say anything or reach out? Because you're saying certain celebrities have plastic surgery. I'm curious kind of what the response is, both I'd say positive and negative from that type of content.
Yeah. So I've had celebrity makeup artists reach out and people around the celebrities. Some of them say that I got almost every single thing correct. I remember one person said that I actually got one of the procedures right, but that celebrity had since then taken the implants out that I talked about. So I remember thinking, that's awesome. And then I speak to quite a few friends of these people who DM me on Instagram, and it's kind of cool because they will, I guess they're not super, super good friends because they'll slip me things a lot that, now I'm getting some insider information. Yeah. Crazy because, in the past, I would say like, for example, I would say this person got this procedure. Well, and then my informant will say, yeah, they did get a procedure, but they didn't get that exact one. They got this other one and they went to this place to get it. And so I'll get the procedure. I'll get the thing that changed. I'll get the body part that changed correct, but the method of changing it may be slightly different than what I said.
Yeah. So now that you are at 200K and you have like these informants or people reaching out to you, do you now go to them whenever you are doing a celebrity? Be like, oh, hey, do you have any insider info? Or does that sometimes dictate what celebrity you do on your channel?
No, it doesn't, because I don't like to use them in that sense, because if I can't see it, then I can't show it to other people. If that makes sense. Like, I think I think the reason that I was able to make this channel, and whereas somebody, because I have seen other people doing it too, is that I have a long history of studying plastic surgery. It's been 20 years. I know what things look like. I know generally I know it's not filler. I'll see lots of channels and Instagram accounts talking about how somebody got filler. I'll know that's not filler. If I can see it, I can show you. If I can't see it, and I'm informed of it, then that's a little different, because then no matter what photo I show you, I'm not going to be able to translate it to you seeing it.
Yeah, that makes sense, because you do. And I was wondering that I'm watching your channel. I'm like, how did she know? How did she know? Because initially when I first found you, I was like, oh, maybe she's like an aesthetic nurse or an injector, and then I know you have a background, you're a dental hygienist, but I was like, how does she know all this? So I guess that's my question to you. Yeah. How do you know all this? Like, how do you know what, 20 something procedures, Kourtney Kardashian got or whatever?
Yeah. So, like when I was pursuing acting in my early 20s, I lived in LA, and that's when I got exposed to a lot of different types of plastic surgery that people didn't really know existed at the time. I met lots of different groups of people who would say they got this and that done. I met my little online private community of these people who I'm still friends with today. They're older, who go to plastic surgery conferences with the top doctors. And they tell me of the new procedures that are available, or the old ones that are being revamped. I got deep into this hobby. I've also had plastic surgery, so I know what it looks like. But that's a small part of it. It's more that it's just been this hobby for the last 20 years, looking at different procedures. So it's pretty easy for me to spot. The longest part of my video process is not the analysis. It's the adding of the media so that you guys can see it from your end. The actual analysis doesn't take long. I can usually see things pretty easily.
Yeah. So how long does it take you to put together one of your celebrity analysis videos?
Oh my gosh. Over 20 hours. I mean, 20 to 40.
Wow.
20 to 40 hours.
20 to 40 hours for one video?
Start to finish.
And so how much of that is the analysis versus and when you say putting together media, is it you out there online, like searching for before photos, after photos, all that?
Exactly. And that's why, yes, when I talk about the media, it's before and after photos, and it's making sure that the photos are real photos. Generally, I grab from Getty Images, places like that, because I know they haven't been retouched. Sometimes I'll get photos and they're the perfect photos, but they're unconfirmed. Like somebody will send them to me and then I can't reverse image search them. So I'm not even sure they're real. It bothers me when people comment about photos having different lighting and angles, because I work so hard to find the absolute best photo so you guys can see it. And it does bother me when people say that, because it's really hard to find exact angles. And I tell people, I'm like, when you take a selfie of yourself, go back and look, see can you emulate the exact selfie you took yesterday in the exact same lighting and position? I bet you can't. Now imagine it's a photographer taking it of someone else and you expect me to have the same angle and lighting, but that person's in a different location in a different time frame. That's just impossible. So yeah, I am very picky about my photos. And in that sense, I've dug myself into a hole because almost no one can help me.
You can't hire that out, huh?
No.
How often do you do these videos? Because how sustainable is this type of content?
I mean, as long as everything's going okay in my life and there's no bombs going off, generally I can usually do about 3 to 4 videos a month.
Got it. And I would think, if this video, that initial Bella Hadid video, didn't take off the way it did, it would be very difficult to continue doing these videos if you're not getting, 100K plus views on each video because of the amount of work.
Yeah, exactly. It wouldn't have, and I wouldn't have felt like it resonated with people. So I probably would have just done more advocacy, but I am looking to do more. I will be doing more videos about how to find the right rhinoplasty doctor, the right plastic surgeon in general. Those are my goals for the rest of the year too.
Yeah. And then I'd imagine that the topic you're talking about can be controversial depending on, well, pretty much in general, maybe for some celebrities a little bit more than others. So what is the feedback that you get from the viewers, both positive and negative, on your videos?
It seems like there's like a few different ones. There's a group of people who they like whatever I put out, and those are like my super fan audience sort of. But then there's this other group where they love me until I do one of their faves, and then they hate me.
Favorite celebrities?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, that happened with like Selena Gomez and Hailey Baldwin, however you ask. It's like the fans of Hailey loved me when I did Selena, and then they hated me when I did Hailey.
And what do they hate? The fact that you're exposing their plastic surgery, or that they think, oh no, there's no way she had plastic surgery. I can't believe you're saying that she is. Like, what is there to hate specifically? Yeah,
so they hate that, like, there's still that feeling of there's a good. If you haven't had any, you're good. If you've had some, you're bad. And I think that with Hailey and Selena in particular, it's because it goes deeper because one of them ended up with Justin. So if you're happy that Selena didn't end up with Justin, do you know what I'm saying? There's an undercurrent of that. So they hated that they thought I was on their side when I did Selena's plastic surgery. And so when I did Hailey's, they realized I'm not taking sides. I'm just talking about their plastic surgery.
You're like, I don't care about their love life. I just want to know if they got a nose job or not.
Right.
So have you ever had any of the doctors reach out to you?
Plastic surgeons reach out to me often, but it's generally like for promotion. And so I don't do that. I just promote who I think is good. And if you can even call it promotion, it's not really that. It's that if I've had a good experience, I'll talk about it. But yeah, that's generally when they reach out to me. I do have plastic surgeon friends now from doing YouTube. So like across the US. And that's always nice. Yeah, not all the plastic surgeons who are talking about celebrity plastic surgery I agree with. And sometimes I just wonder if they truly don't see the plastic surgery, or they just won't admit it somehow. Like there's a reason they're not talking about what they're really seeing. I'm not sure. Yeah, it's interesting because I could be wrong, but the topic of celebrities and plastic surgery has been around forever. But in regards to somebody really sitting there and going through line by line, like from top to bottom, exactly what this plastic surgery, exactly what this celebrity had, how many surgeries, I feel like I don't know anybody that's done it so detailed as you, right? I feel like it was definitely a newer concept. But I have seen a lot of people since do these types of videos. I'm curious if you're aware of that, if you've seen that. It sounds like you are, and your thoughts on that. Yes, I'm definitely aware of other surgeons who are now doing the same thing. And some of them will even, tag me on Instagram, kind of like saying, kind of like a nod to me, which is nice.
That's cool. Yeah, giving you credit for like the concept. Yeah.
Yeah. And majority of the ones I see, they're not saying everything. My general stance on plastic surgeons doing analysis is they're not getting all of it, or they're not saying what they're really seeing. In general, my stance is that, of course, plastic surgeons aren't doing the same type of videos as me. They don't have the time, like they're doing surgery. So when people say, well, this doctor didn't agree with you and this doctor said something else, I'll be like, well, I'm not sure I agree with them, but that's okay. They're busy people. This is my full-time job. It's okay if they get something wrong. I try not to.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you're spending 20 to 40 hours of video. If a plastic surgery is spending 24 hours of video and uploading like 4 or 5 of them a month, you have to question like, what are they spending their time on? That's a good point. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
I'd be very worried. Yeah. But Dr. Charles Lee on TikTok, he does a really good job of getting, I would say he and I agree on a lot of things.
Gotcha. Well, Lorry, thank you so much for just giving us some insight into your really unique niche and channel. For our listeners and viewers who are not familiar with your channel and are interested in plastic surgery and celebrities, which I think is a fascinating topic. I love watching your videos. Where can they find you? Yeah,
so Lorry Hiil on YouTube is spelled Lorry and then Hill Hill.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you. And that's my main platform, but I'm also posting before and afters of celebrities under Lorry Hiil on Instagram and TikTok as well.
Awesome. Okay. We will make sure to link all of that below so they can all go check out your amazing, well-deserved success content.
Thank you.
Thanks, Lorry. Bye.
Bye.